Whittward Carver and the Philosopher's Feast. You know, I've always imagined that if Friedrich Nietzsche and Richard Wagner were to walk into a bar, the bar would promptly close down, unable to handle the sheer intensity of their moustaches. But no, these two titans of philosophy and music decided to give Plato's Politeia a whirl. I mean, who needs a democratic republic when you can have a philosopher king, right? Allow that thought to marinate for a moment. So there they were, Nietzsche and Wagner, sitting in some bare fancy dining room, candles lit, wine poured, and a copy of Plato's Republic sitting between them like a blooming sacred text. I imagine Nietzsche, with his arsey attitude, flipping through the pages, scoffing. Ah, yes, the noble lie. Because nothing says just society like a whopping great fib to keep the masses in line. Wagner, not to be outdone, probably leaned back, stroking his ruddy, enormous beard, and said, "Well, Friedrich, at least Plato had a vision. It's not like your Ubermensch is any less bollocks. I mean, a superman who creates his own values. Having a laugh, aren't we?" And so, the stage was set for the most epic philosophical piss-up since Socrates downed that hemlock. They decided to divide their little Politeia experiment into 3 courses, because apparently, even philosophers can't resist a good meal. First course, wisdom. Nietzsche, with his gosh darn hammer of truth, started smashing away at every idea Wagner put forth. "Your music, Richard, it's too emotional. Where's the logic? Where's the reason?" Wagner, of course, retorted, "Logic. Reason. You're the one who wrote about dancing stars and chaos, you balmy sod." Second course, courage. They decided to test their mettle with a game of chicken, but instead of cars, they used ideas. Wagner threw out nationalism. Nietzsche countered with nihilism. Back and forth they went, each idea more dang terrifying than the last. I like to think Plato himself was watching from the great symposium in the sky, shaking his head, muttering, "Bugger me, what have I unleashed?" Third course, moderation. Now you'd think after all that philosophical bun-fighting they'd be ready for a nice nap. But no, these two were knackered but still going strong. They decided to cap off their night with a friendly debate on the role of art in society. Friendly, of course, being a relative term. Nietzsche, with his freaking intense stare, declared, "Art is the highest task and the proper metaphysical activity of this life." Wagner, not missing a beat, shot back, Yes, but what about the people, Friedrich? Art should serve the people, not just the individual." And so, their Politeia experiment ended, not with a bang, but with a whimper. 2 philosophical giants, pissed on wine and ideas, slumped over their empty plates, snoring softly. The candles flickered, the wine glasses lay empty, and Plato's Republic sat there, a silent witness to the shoot show that was Nietzsche and Wagner trying to one-up each other. In the end, I like to think they both woke up with blasting hangovers, looked at each other and said, "Bother it. Let's just stick to what we know best." And so, Nietzsche went back to his philosophical hammering, Wagner to his operatic composing, and the world kept turning, none the wiser to the gosh-awful mess they'd made of poor Plato's Politeia. And that, my friends, is why philosophers should stick to thinking and leave the governing to, well, anyone but them.